Hello my audience, today I'm here in the Finnish forest and I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about God and how God will set up it for you. So in your life you might have this mindset that you have to do everything yourself, and you might also have a mindset that people have to do the things for you. You are kind of an employer, or you might be an employee. And I'm going to give you a new type of idea or thought for your life. And that is that maybe God, like for reals, maybe God can set up this thing for you. Today I'm going to the forest again. As you can see, with this new tripod you can do all kinds of crazy camera movements with them. Okay, so the first subject in this video from the forest is learning. And today, just today, I started to think that if you have to learn to earn, then isn't that kind of a trap also? Isn't that kind of an empty promise in itself? Just learn to earn. And if you are in Americas, you have to pay to learn. Do you think that that will make you win? Like, are you for certain? Can you guarantee that that will make you win? Okay, so here's some of the same scenes as I did yesterday. Now that I have this tripod, I would just want to pay you attention to how when you show the same thing in a different way, it becomes a completely new thing in itself. You go to the college, I come to the forest. Yeah, fuck man. But for reals, if you're thinking about dropping out, for example, from school right now, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't do it. But if you have something related to schooling that is going to give you a certain skill, you might be able to leverage on that in the future. It's kind of a dangerous path. Well, fuck man, what's the problem with this thing? Okay, so the next subject I'm going to be talking to you about over here is relying on the higher powers. Most of the time, human beings, I feel, in this modern world, feel that they have to do everything by themselves, or that other human beings have to help them, or at least that they have to get help, usually from, understandable sources. But in the past it was never like this. Do you understand how big of a change we have gone through, like in our mentality? And why did this happen? Did those other old people conclude that no, these people won't help me? Man, I feel I could be spending my whole day over here. The street is like couple of kilometers down there, but man, the air is so much more pure over here, like breathing in that good ass prana, man. Okay, so the next subject in this video is coming to your element in the nature, and it's one of those things that I don't know what your element, but my element is probably not water, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your genius. And I'm talking about the fact that you can only do one thing at once. Of course you can do many things at once, but what I mean is that you overlook the fact that if you are here then you can be physically anywhere else at the same time. So when I'm here, you know, my feelings and kind of like how I feel about life, it's completely different than when I'm in somewhere else, you know. And I bet that there's a lot of, you know, like amazing, you know, places on planet Earth. But, you know, I feel that here, you know, I'm pretty close to my element. Yeah, I just fucking realized that this tripod is fucking amazing. Like, I'm just starting to kind of understand that. But I also kind of realized that this camera is kind of subpar solution for what I'm trying to do over here. So, man, I have to do something about that. But I'm just realizing that I have to change my workflow like completely, you know. I have to go back to how I actually worked in the past. And the next thing I'm going to be talking to you about over here is me becoming a vegan. Why did I become a vegan, you know? It happened like 7 years ago. I have been a vegan for a long time. And it happened because I started to become conscious of how much natural resources are being used for, you know, farming animals and meat and that kind of stuff. I also had stomach problems, like related to mostly, I think, like dairy. So I decided that I'm not going to deal with this crap anymore. One other reason was that I was delving into Buddhism, and the Buddha stated pretty clearly that you maybe shouldn't eat animals. Okay, here's like a pretty freaking slippery path. Yeah, there are those daring individuals that even do the freaking mountain biking, you know, in this time of the year. Like, that's pretty crazy, I think, you know. It's dangerous on its own, but you fucking look at this, you know, that's not a good idea. Gangs. And if you think about like bigger gangs usually have, you know, these cliques, you know, you would say. And the mafia is not either like a one big thing, you know. There used to be like different mafia families, and they are part of the sickness, and the society tries to get this sickness out of the system. I'm going to say that it kind of follows the same patterns. It's very hard to be an organized criminal by your own.